Right, we're back again. Yes, you guessed it. The ISP went down again. And another probably valid reason why I shouldn't do something like this after midnight. Right, anyway, we might just catch the end of this match the way things are going. But more importantly for Acero, he's got a 9-4 lead here. And that is going to be far too much, I think, for Albinario to recover from. Well, I think I've learnt my lesson tonight. I think the lesson is it's very dodgy for me to be live streaming this late at night or in the early hours of the morning when maintenance is more than likely going to happen. And unfortunately tonight, I picked the wrong night. We might hopefully get to see the end of this. Well, that 7 and 3 have gone in. So now we need an 8 and 12. And he's on the 8 into the side. And no problems getting the 12. It's hanging over the pocket. So this, for Albie, will take him to cribbage number 3. And he's desperate to get out here. No problem with the 6-9. 9 over this bottom left-hand corner pocket. Well, the problem is after this shot, because then he's got partner balls at the opposite end of the table. So 9 ball. If he's going to go, see, he's finished up 2 straight on the 5. So now he can roll through as far as he dare and not follow into the side pocket. And that's pretty good where he's got it. And that is cribbage number 5. And that is another rack on the board for Albinario. Well, it all needs to fall into place for Albie now if he's going to try and recover in this match. And he needs a ball going in. And a ball has just gone in. It might have been the 3, I'm not sure. In fact, tell a lie, 2 have gone in, the 3 and the 5. And, of course, that's the 10 and the 12 that you need as partner balls. Well, the 12's out in the open. And the 10 is available. He might have to bite the bullet and play for a combo. Or he can't play the combo in the 10 right now, but his best bet would be the 9-10 combo. And he's got to get a hold of this cue ball here as well. And this is easier said than done, the way this table's lying and the angle he's got in this 12 ball. He might not have a sight on this 9 ball to make the combo. He could play the 7-10 combo. Well, he's trying to get out for the 9-10. Oh, he might just have got there, I think. He most certainly has got there. He can play the 9-10. He's just looking at the line and how much he has to cut. He certainly wants half ball on that 10 ball. It wasn't all that difficult. Problem is the 9 ball's gone loose. It's tied up the 4. We've got a 13 ball and a 2 across table. That'll take him to cribbage number 3. And if he gets the 2 right, he can play the 7 and 8. Everything else is tied up one way or another. We just got to get enough draw and stop on this cue ball just so he can play the 2. Now it's a question of whether he checks this up to try and hold it to play the 7, or whether he tries to spin it down to play the 8 and get up for the 7 into the corner. Well, he's tried to check the cue ball up, but he hasn't got into it enough. Too much angle. And now he's in an awkward spot here. I think, to be honest with you, the fact that he tried to check it up and hold for this 7, the cue ball didn't really want to hold. And so now he's taking the 14, and he's now leaving the combo, and it's not set. So again, he's got to just look at how much the gap is and how much he has to cut onto this 1 ball. And it's not a great deal, and that's perfect. And that's cribbage number 4. And he might end up playing, well, maybe not, looking at it. It looks far too straight. I was going to say he might end up playing the combo in the 9 with the 4, but he's going to play the 8-7. This needs to bump the 11. And it has done. And again, Albinario's found a way out. He's hanging on by the skin of his teeth here, Albinario. And as I said in the previous rack, it just has to fall into place for him. He just has to get a ball or something, and they have to lie good as well. So it's a big ask to hit a sequence of racks, and I think he's dry this time anyway. So again, apologies to those who have rejoined us. Maintenance happening at, what time is it now? Well, it's 10 past 1 in the morning here, so not what I planned. So, acero this time. Well, with a chance to get to the hill here. So the 4 ball will complete the first cribbage. We've got a 10 ball wide open. The 5 ball is available up in the corner pocket there. What else have we got? We've got the 8 ball and the 7 wide open. Now this is just a bit of an angle here. I think he's just got to just pretty much play it like that and not take any risk. Well, again, he's just impeded a wee bit by that 12 ball. You just got to watch how you're moving the Q-tip on that cue ball here, because it's so easy to spin this cue ball up. As soon as you start jacking up and trying to make it more comfortable, you're moving the Q-tip. But he's played it well, right in the heart of the pocket. We've got, well, wide open 6 ball. Now, again, he doesn't want to interfere with these to get to the 9, so he's got to make sure he's right over that side, unless he's going to leave it short, and he's left it short to avoid any sort of interference. And this will take him to cribbage number 3. And now it gets tricky simply because the 5's very adjacent to the 1. Although he does have an easy 3 and straight across for the 12. That is going to be no problem for him. And like I said earlier, you can pot the 10 and play the 5 down table here into the corner. So again, it's just about cue ball. Get the cue ball into the spot, you're home and dry. So this is cribbage number 4. Now, he doesn't want to bump anything here. This could go pear-shaped very quickly if he starts bumping balls. Ones that he doesn't, well, that's perfect. He's bumped. It's perfect to the point of view he hasn't done any damage or created any further problems. The only problem is just a slightly dodgy angle in the 10. Now, he would have to stud that in firm to avoid the 15 and come around and out so he could play the 5. But the problem with the 5 is it doesn't go past the 15. I thought it went past. Well, it's very, very tight. So he's going to go 13 and hold into the little gap. Where was the problem? That was dead easy. And he's on the hill. Breaking for the match. Now, a quick mention again to anybody who's joined late. The bracket is now live on the 2026 Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. So it's live and you can start sending your proposals. Get them in quick for your matches if you're in the tournament. And acero, couple of balls in the break again. Looking for, what is he looking for? The 12 and the 10, is it? My eyes are half shut. He's going to have to play the 8-10, which, well, it doesn't look too bad. It's going to the knuckle, but again, he's at a good enough angle where he should be able to judge the cut. And not a problem. And he's actually the little nudge there that's helped him. Well, can he see that 8-ball? In fact, more to the point, I couldn't see the 7-ball. I'm all round the table. I'm looking to see where the 7-ball is. It's over the corner pocket. Right, well, I think it's Arnie time, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I think Albinario is going home. This is going to be cribbage number 3. Well, this time, the aggression of acero is going to win out at the end of the day. I always thought Albinario would be the more deliberate, more precise player, but he's not really had an awful lot of opportunities to show that. He's had bits and pieces. The racks he has got, he's taken his chances when they've been there. But a strong performance mid-match has really, that's really what's won the match for acero. He had a run of at least 3-4 racks. And difficult situations where he's potting 2 and 3 balls in the break and looking for 2 and 3 partner balls. And there we go. It's acero who's going to get to his, I don't know whether he's been to many other finals, but it's certainly going to be his second major final. He's won the Straight Pool World Championships a couple of years ago, and he's going to have a chance at having a go at stealing the crown off Cobra, who is in the final. So very well done to acero, and fair enough to him. Steve having opened up the match again after that mistake by Albinario, getting his wires crossed as far as the AM and PM goes. But if we look, in fact, that's not what we want. I want to look at that. We will now see that there is nothing left there on the schedule, except we have a final. The defending champion, Cobra, up against acero. Cobra from the UK, acero from Japan. And they have until, what did that say there? Was that June the 21st? Let me have a check there. I wish I'd read that. No, June the 23rd. So this is what, the 18th? Well, they've got like 4 or 5 days to get that arranged. Now, whether I'll be able to stream that's a different thing because of the time zone differences. Cobra and acero may end up playing the match early in the day, and that all depends what time it is and whether Slim might be around, and depending on whose day off what So we'll have to see how that's going to pan out. But Albinario is saying to Acero that he broke very well and some nice shots to keep going. Of course, that's exactly what you have to do. And as long as you can pull them off and get away with it, you know, it doesn't matter who you play. It's going to be hard for Albinario, and it was. Albinario didn't really make an awful lot of mistakes either. It's just that he wasn't at the table all that often. So that's it. The next one that's now live is the 9-Ball World Championships. If we can bring that up. It went live a couple of hours ago, the bracket. So now these matches, remember now that it's down to a 32-man field. Jose against Interchangex. Albinario, of course, up and running against, who's that? Liquid. Well, Albinario, we'll get Fex. Don't know whether I've ever seen him in a tournament. VMAX Joe, Silent but Deadly against Cobra. That's probably one of the outstanding matches in the first round. But you can look at that bracket anytime. So those matches should be going up in the schedule. And the deadline for them in the first round is the 27th. So they've got a good week to get things organised. But the earlier you get your proposals in, the more you're going to be wary of what suits either of you to get the match played, rather than hanging off to the last minute, and then it's unsuitable for one of the two of you. So that's the best advice. Get your proposals in quick. Right, that's it, folks. I'm never doing that again this time of night. That was a bad move on my part. Maintenance being carried out by your ISP is always likely to happen after midnight, and it happened for me tonight. So we had 3 goes at getting the match done. But anyway, thanks for your company. Hit the like if you like it, but I don't think I would. With 3 breaks during the bloody stream. But I am off to bed. So thanks for watching. Take care. Good night. And we'll see you for some of these matches very soon, whenever that might be.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Good night, ladies. No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.